Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Game number 2. Going to be getting underway very shortly. National versus YBB. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on in. If you were here already, thanks for staying. Thanks for being tuned in with what's going on. And I hope you're as excited about getting into this game as I am. But for those of you who may be just tuning in, welcome in. COD Ireland Season 2 is beginning now. It has been begun, shall we say, for a while. We're nearly 1 week through already, arguably over 1 week. But we're counting this all up until Friday is the week 1 window. And this is the first stream of the Season 2 League season, where we are going to be having now on this Game 2 of the evening, a Division 2A game. National versus YBB. Should be a really strong game. Had a bit of a blowout in that Division 3 game that we just had, can't lie. I mean, what can you say? Frequency looking like a team who very certainly could go all the way in that Division 3. Hardy Bucks definitely need to go back to the drawing board, showing moments, maybe showing that they could be a mid-tier Division 3 team. But Frequency looking like the confident victor so far, and have definitely set the tone of being a team who could go all the way within that division. But Division 2 also has a huge variety of skill level in it, but it could get very, very mixy. So it'll be fascinating to see how that one gets on. And ladies and gentlemen, as well, for those of you who are just tuned in, make sure to check out as well over on the Emerald Corp site, the COD Ireland official esports jersey. As a matter of fact, I forgot to do this last time, but I'm going to do it right now. If you're interested in getting one of these jerseys, then please do make sure to go over to the website that I am about to link. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds before I link it because it's a minute delay. I don't want people thinking where the hell has this come out of. But if you're interested in picking up a COD Ireland esports jersey, then you make sure to click the link that I'm about to put in. It'll bring you to a website, the Emerald Corp website, because we are partnering with them for Season 2 of the COD Ireland League, where you'll be able to pick up your very first ever piece of COD Ireland merchandising, and it could potentially be a piece of history. Who knows? COD Ireland takes off. You may be able to be the recipient of our first ever esports jersey. We would hopefully maybe do them on the yearly, but we're thinking with this one, we'll make it a little bit of a limited lodge. So we're going to have it out there for a couple of months, but after that, we may take it away because we want this to be something that you're proud to own and something you can brag about owning in future. So folks, that link has been posted in the chat. Do make sure to have a look at it, and I hope you will pick it up. And if you do pick it up, let us know and send us the photos when you pick them up. If you have them on Twitter, tag us on Twitter and we will retweet them. We'll post them up on Twitter. We want to see you all in your COD Ireland shirts. I am waiting on mine. I ordered mine a couple of days ago, looking forward for coming through. Hopefully going to have it in time for the Dublin Comic-Con LAN. So if any of you are going to be around the Dublin Comic-Con LAN, do make sure to come and check us out. And you'll be able to also check out that esports jersey. Oh my god, my throat feels so weird today. And I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I feel like I'm starting to get phlegmy. But we're gonna push on, all right? That is the endeavor of being a caster. We push on through the pain. We managed to get through the pain that Hardy Bucks were feeling in that game 1. And now we're moving on to hopefully a more competitive game 2. And we're already getting more followers in as well. Cannonballing with the follow, McName, Con Johnson as well following in, and Jamo Mud all coming in with the follows. Now we're up to 705 followers, but over 50 of you watching. Incredible. Thank you all very much for the support. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to take a quick look at the maps and modes that we're going to be playing. We're going to go for the map mode screen. We're going to the map mode screen, guys. Speaking is not my forte today. We're going to the map mode screen, and from there, we're going to wait and get us into the maps because we're looking very like we're going to get started on time. And Jack Reacher 1996 coming in with the Prime sub as well. Jack Reacher, massively appreciate you coming in with that Prime sub. Again, all of that directly goes into a pool which helps out COD Ireland. COD Ireland is in a business structure, for those of you wondering, for those of you who are worried about the whole esports scene. I'm not pocketing any of this. It goes into COD Ireland, which will directly help fund our LANs, our tournaments, our endeavours that we undertake to try and improve Irish Call of Duty. So massively appreciate you, Jack Reacher, coming in, showing support. And hey, if you've got an Amazon Prime sub, why not follow suit? Also subscribe yourself. But Jack, huge appreciation to you. And also, gotta say, Jack Reacher, I love the show. Really love the show. Is Season 3 out yet? Did it just come out? Is it weekly or is it all at once? Because if it's all at once, I am going to wait because I don't like the week-to-week thing. And I believe Season 2 was week-to-week, and I wasn't a big fan of Season 2, but I love Season 1. Reacher, what a great show. What a great show. Folks, take a look at this map mode screen. You see what we're playing here, and it is going to be National versus YBB in a double Hacienda. As we see that Hacienda graphics a little bit all over the place. Holy moly, let me get that one fixed right now. Again, folks, you can tell it's been a couple of weeks since I've done this stuff before. It's all over the shop, but we are managing. Double Hacienda, a vault, and then a double skyline. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get in, going to get ourselves ready. Don't go anywhere. The new follows coming in as well. Appreciate you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with map 1 in just a few. Ladies and gentlemen, any moment now, we are getting into map number 1. The teams are all but ready. We're all in the lobby and ready to go. We just need the go-ahead from the gang. And there it is, folks. We are loading into map number 1, which will be a Hacienda hardpoint. One of 2 Haciendas that we are seeing pretty back-to-back. Who is going to start out stronger on this map? Again, Hacienda, one of those maps where you got to play well as a team. You got to make it all work together as a team, all right? I mean, if you don't, you're in big trouble. You got to be slaying out, but you got to make sure to be rotating and not pushing out anything that's silly. It's got to be all done right. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here we go. National taking on YBB, and we will start on board with not the real RJ from the side of YBB, previously known as Young Bubbly Boyos. Sticking with the short name this time. Jaden picking up the first one. Det Boyle picking up one, picking up the second, clearing out the top. But now he's going to need to make his way towards the hill and actually clear them off the point. He's very much focused on just laying down at the time for the moment. As Det Boyle picks up one. Brown on the point, taken out quickly. Charlie on the outside of the point now, trying to rotate around for the spawns. Bit of a checkerboard kill feed, but so far YBB are in the lead. 10-5, but National now racking up that time themselves. Actually going to be able to find themselves in the lead, but look at your map, folks. Look at that position Charlie has picked up. He's going to be able to guarantee spawns for his side, and now National are going to have to fight to try and regain the back, but Charlie's in trouble here, being overzealous on the peak. Does check the left though and picks up the kill. That is a massive kill to pick up for those spawns. And Young Bubbly Boyos, the YBB side, able to get pushed in through the front as well. But a big gunfight round the back, but Charlie wins it. Charlie has been key in this back spawn side. Not only has he been holding the spawns, but he's been taking a lot of the attention from National, who now have to hit completely through the front. And this has been a terrific hold from the YBB side. Brown taking out his own teammate, but he gets tackled, taken out in the process. Garlitas, though. Garlitas deletes the opposition. And tackles now trying to get moved through the front. The spawns did indeed flip, arguably at the ideal time for YBB to get themselves set up for P3, but National are going to be able to get in. Is Tackles going to play for the scrap? He's not. So National are going to get this scrap, so not pulling away too much YBB as of yet, but they are rotated for this P3. Det Boyle, though, could pick up a massive 2 here as he gets the 1, but not the real RJ with the prees. And I believe it was Matt who got in with the finisher. Was it Garlitas who got that kill? I don't know, folks. I struggle here, but I'm trying. That's what matters. YBB on the point, racking up the time. 66-30. Continuing to pull away with this lead, but National are not going to go down without a fight, but that is a huge 3 down. Make that 4 as YBB clean on the time now. National chasing through. Brown gonna go for this one, but Garlitas is there with the reads. And YBB have proven themselves before to be a team who are really good at picking up the angles. They have that game sense. This National squad, as far as I'm aware, there's a couple of players that we've seen before, but I think a few of them are new as well. Whereas I'm nearly certain that this YBB squad is the same exact squad from Season 1. And folks, forgive me if I'm wrong in that. You see a million names. In my position doing this thing, I do often forget. But Charlie now sitting on the point. Big potential time for Young Bubbly Boys. This is a huge point to hold as well. Jaden and Brown picking up 2. Brown took out his teammate in the process though, but that Boyle going huge, and this is a massive break for National. It could be through here. And Matt with 2. And Brown picking up 2, not the real RJ though, answering back with 2 of his own. Tackles with a huge 2, a knife and the gun. YBB doing a good job of keeping in this lead. National have put up a good fight from time to time, but just haven't been able to get consistently on the time, which has been a massive issue for them. But again, we're looking at the position of Det Boyle here as he's going to try and clear this top. Again, taking out his own team. A lot of team kills coming in for the side of National. But also, we got to make note of the fact that while he was on top there, not once did he peek in the outside. Again, not wanting to get ripped from a key position, but you have to be a little more proactive with what you're doing on the point. You can't rely, or outside of the point, should I say, you can't rely on just being able to sit and hold an angle and think that'll work for you. But that Boyle picking up a 3, and he's a player who has been slaying out for his side. And you gotta respect it. And Charlie, looking around the point. Trying to pick up one. Can't get it. And National with the scrap. And just under 20 points behind here as they also are on P2. But YBB are poised to be able to hit from the front as Garlitis gets around the side. Charlie with one. Jaden with one. Is the read's going to be in? It's not. Garlitis, he's gotten in perfectly, but he still can't pick up the kill. But now the trade's coming in. A Dead Boyle now around the front. But YBB, they have the spawns. 122 to 108. National now spawning out. Not able to hold the way that they wanted to. Not the real RJ coming around the side of the point to pick up one. And now the holds are in. But Matt with a big one. Going to try and get in, but he's going to get reflanked and just a little bit slow to go on for the push. And also pushing for 50. Or they have actually decided to pull back, which was for sure the right choice. For a second, it looked like they were going to go for it. But Dead Boyle trying to catch the flank. Or catch the push onto New. And he's going to pick up one. But this is potentially going to sacrifice spawns as Tacos is now round the back. A little bit, shall we say, playing for the kill rather than the position, which may come back to bite his side in the backside. But Boyle is on the point, and they are just holding from front because YBB are also a little slow to get in for the breaks. Granted, when they do break, for the most part, they make it count. As you see here, Garlitis picking up a huge 2, but he is weak. Surely he gets taken out. But that was a massive 2 kills to get National off the point as Dead Boyle is around the back. Was he going to go for the knife kill there? I think part of him was. He's enjoying himself here today, but he is popping off as well. Starting to heed a little bit of the advice almost, it seems, as he's getting slightly more aggressive on the point. But this game, while YBB have been in the lead pretty consistently, National have never let that lead get too far. And all it takes is even half a point or two to completely change the way this game is looking. As Dead Boyle, 24 and 13, now on a 5 streak. Is he going to try and get his way to a Hellstorm here, holding on to this next point? He's missed a player get in, I believe, but his teammate has picked it up. And now National are playing off the back of each other far better than they did on the first set of rotations, and that is pulling them back into this game. They know where YBB is spawning from, so all they have to do is get the guns up and make sure to trade. But all once again down to Dead Boyle. It picks up 2, and that kill would have gotten him the Hellstorm, I believe, and he couldn't pick it up. That could be huge. He could only do so much on his own, but it's now Matt on the point, trying to get himself breaking through. Garlitis with the teammate. It's all collapsing here as the KD is beginning to look more and more, shall we say, negative for the side of YBB, as National have just really switched it up a gear this last while and sort of finally starting to take advantage of the way that they're out slaying. But ultimately, you have to say, you have to give credit to YBB. They were consistently pushing the front of the hill, eventually broke it, and are pretty set to get a 10 or 20 that once again will keep them 30 seconds in the lead. And this is why they could potentially win it. YBB, they get a lot of time when they need to, whereas National, they have to work so hard to gain any sort of time back. They really are, if they're going to win this one, have it be neck and neck. But 182 to 172, just 10 points in it, but a huge 2 for Tacos. 3 down now for the side of National. Make that 4, as Jaden now taken out. YBB going to get on the time, and P2 is going to be huge. We did see YBB rotate, or National, should I say, rotate the last time for P2 and hold the spawns, but not for long. If they want to come away with this game, they're going to have to hold the spawns this time. They cannot afford now to give up P2 the way that they have been throughout this series. They've been holding on, but the time for holding on is over. They need to break through, whereas YBB, they're just playing to their strengths. It's working for them, but they have been struggling with Dead Boyle at the moment, who's just been completely dominant in this game, outslaying every single player. As now YBB go for the rotations. It is National who have the spawns, but this is a huge wave of kills coming through. And asleep at the wheel at the back, maybe? No. Jaden picking up the kill. National are set, and YBB going to have to go for this break slowly as Charlie picks up 1. He's been great for the picks with this AR. 24 and 15. Massive plays from him in this series so far, but he gets taken out now, as National are holding on, but the spawns have been broken. Now the collapse is going to come in, and YBB, they did this exactly the same the last time around. Spent the first 15 to 20 seconds just setting up, and then they got in for the break. Now 30 points and counting ahead at a crucial moment. But National got round the back again. And again, potentially a lifeline for them, but they need to hold the scrap, and they need to rotate out. They've got to have the best of both worlds here. Someone get Hannah Montana on the line right now. They need the hold and they need to rotate. And so far, it's only the hold. It is not the real RJ who was sat on P3. It is Jaden who's going to be the first there. But YBB are going to be set up and the crosses are watched as well. This break is going to be a difficult one for National and it's going to be a huge one. And you look at how far wide some of these players are. They're only going to have 1 or 2 chances. But Garlitas already with a big 2, doing a lot of damage. He gets traded out. Brown now around on plat. Just trying to stay alive, waiting for the right moment. 20 points in this thing, right at the death. Brown picks up 1 through Matt. Matt picks up 2 on the point. Going to try and slide for the 3. It's getting mixy. He hasn't spotted the player above him. Garlitas picks up that kill. And it's YBB still on this point. Brown, though, doing some damage, picking up 2. Jumping on. He's going to get the 3. And that's a 4 down. National clean the point. They know where to read for the spawns, but Charlie picks up the kill. 238 to 226. Neck and neck. Neither team now can win it on this P3. It is all about that rotation. And who's going to pick it up? Matt deciding to stay for the scrap. Risky play. But wanting to take that lead. Wanting to give his boys the edge. And National, they're set up on the point. The break has to come in from tackles. Who's through? Who only picks up 1. Helping out with the team kill. But Dead Boyle slaying out on the point. Have National done it? They've got to push for the front, but they have. National come away with the victory in this one. 250 to 238. Rescuing this one right at the death. And what a game 1 we have just seen, ladies and gentlemen. That was huge. Neck and neck right until the death. But even including Season 1, that has to be one of the most entertaining games we have ever seen here on the COD Ireland Twitch channel. And folks, there you have it. National 250 to 238. And ladies and gentlemen, I actually missed the after action report because I was setting up the graphic. Let me know what Boyle finished on kill wise, because he was slaying. What an amazing performance. What a game, and what a series we have in our hands. More follows coming in as well, folks. I do hope you're enjoying. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and make sure also not to go anywhere, because we'll be ready to go again for game number 2 in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for map number 2 of this series, where we return to Hacienda. It was an absolute cracker, an absolute bang out to begin with on map number 1. And we return to the scene of the crime on map 2, sticking with Hacienda. Are National going to be able to come out on top again, steal the game from the jaws of defeat? Or YBB ready to answer back with a cracking map of their own? Best of luck to both of these teams as we get into this one. I'm excited for it. You should be too. Beginning with round number 1. Starting on board with Garlitis, who held a lot of deep angles with that AR throughout the first map. Will he choose to do so again? The push is looking aggressive on B. Not the real RJ holding mid, but everyone else going straight to this bomb site. Tackles going straight for the plant. They're vying for the aggressive option here. Has Brown picked up the information? Surely he has. Well, they know now. That bomb is down, and 4v4 National are going to have to go for the break, but Brown with that first blood. But the trade's now coming in. All of a sudden, it's a 2v2. Absolute chaotic chaos. My favorite type of chaos. The chaotic kind. There's Det Boyle now trying to break through. Has he gotten the best timing there? He didn't go for the push. They're now looking. They're going to play the trades off each other, holding the angles. Det Boyle with the push, but he gets taken out. And YBB come away with that round 1. And the aggression onto the B side pays off. And Garlitis made sure to pick up that kill there. Again, doing a good job, YBB, of playing together. What you need to do in those scenarios, do the simple things right. The simple things are always the best things. Sometimes as players, we sometimes get a little bit overindulgent in the overcomplication of the simple. Is not the real RJ now. Going to push up top. They've successfully read that this is an A push. Brown not going for the plants, going to go push up. The trades are in, and not the real RJ picking up a massive kill. Will he get traded out though? He's trying to get away, running around. He eventually gets taken out though, Det Boyle, but now he's the last left alive between Garlitis and Charlie, and he has been spotted trying to get out with his life. But the bomb is down on A. He's going to go for the push. Has he heard him? I believe he might have heard him. They heard each other though, both going in with the reload. And YBB coming away with another round. And for a second there, it looked like he may have had the kill, hearing the reload, but then almost taking a second to realize himself that Garlitis was also going to hear his reload, as they both kind of hit it at the same time. If he had just kept the gun steady, he may have been able to pick up that kill against Garlitis. He had the information, but the sound cues were there. And a strong start for YBB. Yib, we'll call them. Wub. As Wub now 2-0, looking strong as they seem to want to go for a rinse and repeat offense here, this time completely stacking towards this B site. As Brown gets absolutely ripped, Garlitis is holding the heady from Rock. That bomb is going to go down, and this time National have a 2-man disadvantage to contend with. But Jaden picks up 1. Still trying to play around with his life, but again, YBB now just setting up to control the site and run down that clock. Jaden and Matt trying to find a way in. Jaden, he's going to check every corner bar the right one, gets shot in the back, and all of a sudden it's down to Matt, who's surely going to try the push from mid. He has been spotted. They're going to collapse in on him, and he can't even pick up 1. A player from the Netherlands, it seems, because proficient in the art of shooting windmills, as he outlined his opponent. But alas, no bullets put into him. Except for that one. Not the real RJ. Getting the job done. YBB looking confident here on Search and Destroy, as they are seemingly looking to breeze through this map 2 and take us at least to map 4. Again, if you're just tuning in, Nationals taking map number 1, 250 to 238. A neck-and-neck performance. But YBB, for the most part, looked in control of that game. Let it slip at the end, but more than making up for it here. National trying to play this offense now. Again, very much deciding to kind of hold around this mid and B, dropping the bomb, leaving it for Jaden. And the info's come in as well. And there's also the full flank on as well. Could this pay dividends? He's behind 2. He's patient. Trigger discipline is only going to guarantee him 1 kill though. As it's now a 2v2, but Garlitas around the back, picking up the perfect times, picking up the 2-piece. And YBB now 4-0 up. Playing the trades, having the moments. They're enjoying themselves here on this one. A nice play from them as we move on to round number 5. National struggling to make a dent in their opposition. Let's see how they set up for the defense. YBB have been doing what's worked for them. Just hitting out this B site, not deviating from the plan. As Matt, he's gonna go for the peak. He's gonna spot him, but he's shooting whifties. What did he do? What have I just seen? It's like he didn't know the spot. He had a free kill and he missed it. And now being left in a 4v1. Ripped to pieces. And YBB now 5-0 up. And this is looking dire. D4 Codcaster, how dare you? I am a thoroughbred Mayo man. From the homeland of Castlebar, living up in Donegal. But how dare you call me a D4 Codcaster? What am I seeing? D4? Do I look like I want to go out for a couple of Heinemeisters with the lads after Ruggers, yeah? Six Nations just on. Ireland, absolutely phenomenal. As Matt trying to pick up 1. A Det Boyle managing to get the first blood. Can National do something here? And Det Boyle. 3v1. Garlitas picks up 1. Garlitas picks up 2. But gets traded out. And National rescuing around, but they're going to need to rescue way more if they want any chance of this one. I appreciate the follows coming in as well, the new chatters. Always appreciate you coming in here, showing the support. Over 7 of you checking out COD Ireland here today. The first stream of Season 2 League Games. Massively appreciate all of you being here. If you want to get involved in the COD Ireland community, the Discord is pinned. But onwards we go with round number 7. YBB looking to get the job done back in the offense, but National looking to meet them with aggression. They're going to slay Det Boy with 2. He's going to pick up the 3rd. He does! But he gets ripped. 2v1. It's not the real RJ who gets taken out. And National, they left it late, but they finally found a way to actually start dealing with that B-side push. And a nice round from Team National. I have to say, you could, as a caster, you could only get this at an Irish cast. You're Mayo. Would you know, Garen? What a West thing to say. It's, oh, you're from here. Would you know one of the many thousands of people that live here, even though you left the place when you were 12? Oh yeah, me and Garen go way back. So do you know Moran? Oh, Moran and me go way back. And Fenton. Me and Fenton. Oh yes. Oh Jesus, those were the days. Oh, those were the days indeed, Bio. I sound D4. That's the most insulting thing I've ever heard on stream, by the way. And I apologize, it's detracted me from the game here, in which Det Boyle picks up another. Now a 2v2. Make that 2v1. Garlitas last alive. Sat in the car. Sending it out. Sound D4. I can't believe what I've just heard. I can't believe what I've just heard. I will turn this stream off. You take that back. I wish I sounded like I had money. 1v1. Garlises versus Jaden. Only one can win, and it's gonna be Jaden as National look to orchestrate this comeback. It's 5-3. My lord. It's all going right for National, but again, such a long way to go yet. Will they be able to pull themselves back? Pull themselves through? Another 3 rounds needed in a row. Here we go. How will the offense go for the young bubbly boys? They switch it up. It's finally going to A, but National don't have the read. They've split up in a 2-1-1 as Brown is going to be waiting to get the information. And he's waiting. Garlides with a big first blood. There's one. Brown's going to need to rotate out his life, but he doesn't. 2v2. The trades are in for both of these teams now. Really locked in together. This bomb's going down. Matt is going to try and push around. He knows that bomb's gone down. He's really struggling with that fence hop. The shot's coming in. Death Boyle shooting Wifties. And just like that, he's gone 2v1. All up to Matt, who picks up one. Surely not. Surely not. He hasn't even gone for the reload. He doesn't know he's behind him. He's going for the defuse. Oh my god, folks. He's gone for the defuse. Nerves of steel. And he's gonna get it. Oh my god. National with the ninja to make it 5-4 and get ever so close to virtually reverse sweeping this map. This series has it all. What a show. As we move on to this next round, YBB, the momentum is gone. They should have had it closed up there. But National now getting aggressive on B, and it's not worked out for them as the rotation out with the life has come through as well, and now a man down and floundering at a side, whereas Brown's trying to stay alive underneath. He's going to get horrendous timing though around the back, surely. But no, Matt picks up one. They miss each other completely, but this could hurt them. Not the real RJ. He picks up one. He picks up the second. They've completely lost composure with this game, and they clean it up. And YBB come away with the search and destroy, 6-4. What a series so far. Just when you think you have a guess as to where it's going, it takes you the complete opposite direction. My god, folks, there you have it. Hacienda Search Destroy going the way of YBB. Map number 1 is close as you can get. Map number 2 closer than it should have been. Now we move on to a vault control. Ladies and gentlemen, this series refuses to let up. Gonna be an absolute bang out for the rest of it, I'm sure. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back. Map number 3 in just a few moments. gentlemen, no time to spare, so no time to waste. We move swiftly on to map number 3, where we are in Vault for a little bit of control. Map number 1, a bang out. Map number 2, a bang out. So have a guess how map number 3 is going to be. You guessed it. Surely to God, an absolute bang out. Best of luck to both of these teams as we get into this one. They have put on an absolutely cracking series, but of course, only one can come out on top. Week 1 of Season 2, Division 2A of the COD Ireland League. This is massive. That's what I tell myself in the mirror every morning. But folks, we're here. We're onwards. And we start with not the real RJ. As it is YBB on the offense. Charlie with 1. And Tacos with another. Great push from YBB so far. Thank you as well, Big Beast, for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Rico, Teamwork, Abel Helsinki, and Big Beast coming in with the follow along with Knock to COD and Flynn, Paradise Jade earlier. How many of those I forgot to read out at the time, I'm not sure, but I appreciate each and every one of you coming in with the follow as YBB are cleaning up here. Another 4 down surely means this A point is all but theirs, and this is exactly how you want to start off an offense. Now maybe National just really like Hacienda, and now all of a sudden they're thrown into no man's land. But Matt picking up 1. 24 versus 22. The live difference, not that much, but YBB have just managed to get them very bunched together when it comes to picking up the kills, which allowed for an incredibly fast A cap, and now just under 2 minutes they'll have to get this B sorted out. Already on the point. They are pushed up. They're in the driver's seat when it comes to an offense. Could this flank do a job though? It doesn't. That's another 3 down. YBB have picked up all the kills at the perfect moments, as they're now double stacked on this B, but Det Boyle coming in with the flank. Shocker, I know, to some people in chat. I see you accusing him of being a flank merchant, but he's getting the job done, and that's what matters. He picks up another. He's got his teammate with him. Surely he's going to pick that one up. Apparently not, but Det Boyle rotates out. Not the real RJ. He's weak, and he doesn't pick up the kill. Matt eventually takes him out. 16 versus 14. 5 ticks gone. National, they were beginning to close it up, but again, another 3 down. Make that, I think that's 4 down. It is. No, it's not. You have Matt, last up. He's going to have to go for the pinch. He's not even going to get there in time. Folks, the reads, they were abysmal from National, and just like that, YBB come away with an offensive round. What have we just seen? National getting the fundamentals of defense on control completely and utterly wrong. Nearly every wave of kills that came in for YBB resulted in a near simultaneous 3 down. Completely giving up map control. And then not recognizing that the stack was in play on the point. But, on the other hand, you can give YBB credit for that. They managed to orchestrate it so that they picked up all those kills at the perfect time to get pushed up. Not bothering with the stagger kills, making sure to lull the enemy into the positions they wanted them in before they got the job done. One of the stronger offensive rounds you will see, now leaving National floundering, needing an offensive round of their own. 6 ticks to none. What will be the play? Brown nearly getting some horrendous piece of COD time, and arguably he still did because he didn't pick up the kill, but Det Boyle picking up 1. Not the real RJ though at 1, and National, they run the risk of being spawn trapped here if YBB weren't being so passive with this one. Both teams are playing passive here in this round, and it's not going to pay off for National, but in saying that, they now pick up the 3. Can they get moved forward? But the spawns now coming in art, meaning it's close enough to get a quick rush. But Garlides with the team nade, that could be huge. Det Boyle gets the reads, but he doesn't get the kill. Not the real RJ with 1. He gets traded out though, back and forth. Jaden and Brown with 2, and 2.5 ticks gone at this point. One last hurrah of a push from Garlides, but not to be, and not the real RJ. Not able to get close enough, and therefore 22 versus 22. This A point is also gone. As not the real RJ picks up 1 against Matt. Pushing on now with the defense on this point, but Jaden with 1. And National proving they can do damage on the offense as well. As Brown and Det Boyle pick up others, and just like that now, they start to get on this B point. It isn't as clean as it was for YBB, but it's still a cap nonetheless. You don't see it that often, but we are seeing offensive dominance here on the side of this Vault Control as they are beaming Jaden with 3. I believe Matt helping him out in the end, but that car blowing up gives YBB a lifeline. As Charlie now with 2 as well. They get this point cleared, and with all that chaos, only 1 tick on at B. Charlie trying to pick up that kill. Shots with a hint of shake. Dead boy around the side. Looking around the back. Not the real RJ and tackles, picking up another 2. They have slowed down National, who haven't been looking in the right places. Another good wave of kills for YBB. And just like that, Nationals now are going to run out of time to get to this B unless they start going quick. But Jaden and Brown with a couple. 12-5. Jaden's had a terrific control so far. Tacos and not the real RJ. Picking up a couple though. 2 ticks gone at B. Jaden in the right spots. But can he pick up the kills? He can't. He turns, and YBB have actually lost a player, which I have just recognized. So what will the protocol be here for that? Pretty sure the round needs to be played out at this point, if I remember correctly. So maybe that's why they're just continuing to get the job done. But the cap going to come in. And 1 round apiece between these teams. But what is going to happen with that player now missing? I imagine we will have an end to get the player joined back in, unless they get joined in a time, but I highly doubt it. It took me a while to notice that there was a player missing. Maybe with it being deep into the round. And that is going to be ended. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make sure that we get this resolved as soon as possible so we can get back into it as quick as possible. So I'm going to make sure that we get this one sorted. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. ladies and gents. Apologies for the wait. Player disconnects. They're never simple. They're never easy. Sometimes we know how long it can take just to get reconnected into this damn fine game. But folks, here we go. Back at it. From 1-1, we start again. Best luck to both of these teams, as we can agree it's been a cracking series so far. Let's keep it going. Starting on board with not the real RJ. Actually, Carlitos, we've been starting on board with RJ a lot. I want to get accused of having favorites here. I feel like that's nearly happened before. When honestly, I couldn't give a damn about any one of you. Of course, that is a joke, folks. For the love of God. Please don't leave. It's Brown picking up one. And Brown around the back. National actually sweeping up a couple of kills there, but not before YBB were able to get 2 ticks. Really strong from them. As now the push will come onto the point. Charlie nearly able to pick it up, doing maybe more damage to Matt than he should have been allowed to. But Matt still picking up the kill. 23 versus 25. YBB have gotten them pushed back. National continue to pick up these kills. Matt's just had a very clean time of it here, as YBB have been struggling to get out. Carlitos at 1. Brown with 1. And this kill feed is being painted green. National just took the time to regain. And my word, they regained. Far stronger performance here on this defense, but finally YBB seem to have gotten through, but not for long. Matt picks up 1, and YBB are running out of time, but they're on A, and they have it locked down, giving themselves more time, but they do not have the lives, as Matt picks up 2 before Tackles gets in there. And Tackles now with the move underground, but caught in the reload. Jaden had the reads. And Jaden with the hold. Gets taken out by not the real RJ. Alongside Garlead's picking up 1, Tackles with another. That's a huge 3. And make that a 4. Now can maybe get pushed forward for the stack. If they can pick up this wave of kills, they may sneak B here. But Jaden with a massive kill. Taking out the trophy as well. But another trophy in the point. 1 tick gone at B. Jaden with the kill. 3v9. Surely not going to be done from here. A tick and a half gone though at B. Going to pick up another kill here, surely. But can he stay alive? He absolutely can. Is he going to be able to get the second tick? He is. 2v5. There is no way that National managed to steal this. But the nade onto the van. It does the job. And now it's contested. And just like that, National come away just about with the defensive win in that round. But they nearly choked it. If that van had not blown up from that nade, National probably had choked that round. Which is crazy that YBB were able to pull that round back. But they did. But it wasn't enough. It was not enough. And now National, remember folks, we restarted this map at 1-1. National are 2-1 up. Meaning that just one more round going the way of National will secure them the victory in this map and send them 2-1 up in this series. Folks, this series has been so entertaining. If you agree, make sure to let us know in the chat. Make sure to show the hype for these players as National pick up another wave of 3. A 3 versus 1 in that kill count as National go for the ticks. They're going to be able to pick up 1. Garleadis up top. He's waiting. He's biding his time, waiting for his teammates. Would he get caught in bad timing though? He may. But not the real RJ picking up 2 and getting this point cleared as Garleadis now pushes down. And YBB have played that well. Not the real RJ picking up 1. Brown with 1. The optic van comment did send me there. The play of the game was the van, arguably the most important most important aspect of that round there in the end up. But 23 versus 23. It has slowed down now. National are being kept at bay. Another nice couple of kills come in for YBB, who seem to be now completely aware of the damage and domination that National can have if they get into a rhythm. YBB understand now that they have to disrupt the rhythm of this side. And Charlie, does he know where to look? He absolutely does. Going to get round the back. Easy kill for him. And he's going to pick up another while he's at it. Get a third. Sure, why not? I might as well while I'm here. It's a 3-for-1 deal after all. 20 versus 15. Huge wave for Charlie, who's now also on a 5. Only 8 seconds left on this defense. As another clean wave for YBB surely means that unless Brown can go God mode, there's going to be nothing to be done here on this point. It's a 1-by-1 push to be taken out 1-by-1. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, YBB take that round, meaning we are going to the final round in this map. And it is going to be National that once again have to play the offense. A huge moment here. I believe YBB, even if you had taken in the previous map before the stop into account, YBB would still be in the same position. But now, Brown with the double nade. Hello. It's actually National, I believe, on the defense here. YBB on the offense, which I did not realize was the case. Or, let's see what these teams are doing. We'll be right back, folks. They decide to end the game. Maybe they want to switch the sides. We'll see how this one works. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. Ladies and gents, we are back. The teams have decided to swap around the sides, so they're on their rightful sides, based off if the game never ended in the first place. So to correct the sides issue. Apologies for the delay, but now we are going with what is the final round, and Charlie returning with the double nade. They got done with that double nade before the last restart. And now, giving it back to the opposition. Charlie and Gleedis with another 2, Brown with 1, Charlie with another. Charlie popping off to begin with here. What a final round from him. But Garlidis with another. And just like that, National potentially in the spawn trap. As Garlidis just pops off with another 2 tackles with 1. And National cannot get moving. Not the real RJ picking up the kill. They have this spawn trap on lock, but now a couple of kills, making it a checkerboard, a kill feed. Maybe they can get out. But Garlidis is going to try and stop that. He's been holding over that plat area. Not a tick gone. 25 seconds left to go. 16 versus 25. YBB may have done enough here to guarantee themselves the round, guarantee themselves the map, and go 2-1 up in this series. Brown with 1. Garlidis with 1. Brown with another. And Dead Boyle trying to get towards the point. Big gunfight, which he can't win. 12 versus 19. They've been picking up a couple of more kills, National, but they haven't been able to make it count towards any of these points. As Jaden picks up time. What's the time going to be like in this big gunfight, though? It's going to be traded. Here comes the ticks, but they're going to need to get all of them. Massive gunfight, but he doesn't win out. Brown, he's not going to get there in time. And folks, the longest map 3 you'll ever see because of technical issues, but we finally get it done. And YBB come away with map number 3 as we get that updated in the graphics now. They win that one 3-2. In what was a very scuffed back and forth due to technical difficulties, but we get there at the end up. And there you have it, 3-2 to YBB. A great series so far, hampered a little bit by those technical issues, but not the fault of the players, folks, just the fault of things that tend to happen in Call of Duty. You hate to see it, but they happen. And we gotta deal with it. But ladies and gentlemen, map number 4 is going to be getting underway in just a few moments, where we are moving on to a Skyline hardpoint. You won't want to miss that one, and we're going to get set up for that extra quick to make up for a bit of lost time. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. Map number 4, where we get to move on to Skyline Hardpoint, one of the more intense maps in this game. We've seen it before, earlier on the stream. Division 3. The quality of that game left a little bit to be desired in comparison to these Division 2 boys. Maybe now we'll get a little bit of an insight on how some of these top dogs really do play this map. But best of luck to both of these sides. It has been a cracking series so far. I truly mean that. I'm looking forward to see if it potentially resolves here, or could we go all the way to a map number 5. Best of luck to them both. Who do you think will come out on top? Let us know in the chat right now. Who do you think will come away with this one? We start on board with Matt. Matt with the push, picking up the kill. National with the first 3. And Brown going to be trying to get on this point, but for how long can he stay on? Matt, Brown all picking up the kills, and it's been a wave for National. Again, a map that I have a feeling will suit them slightly more, considering it's a bit closer paced, a little more intense. But Charlie with the sub out, which we have not seen too much of, but National getting nice waves of kills. Brown is on a 5 spree. And National have been dominant to begin with here. Exactly what they needed to take this one to a map 5. But Taco's in round the back. Jaden and Matt, though, picking up kills. Gonna go in for the break. Matt there with the trade. Matt just sitting on this time. National are soaking up an immense amount of time. YBB do not have a clue how to get breaking in so far. This is a completely dominant performance that YBB need to be careful of, because this map can run away from you really quickly if you're not careful. But not the real RJ. He's gonna win that anyway. How in God's name? But Taco's in with a 2. YBB gonna get in and try and hold the majority of this time. And from what was a dominant hold, YBB, if they get a clean hold, will be right back in this one early on. This series just offers a whole heap of swings and roundabouts. As Taco's gonna pick up another one through the mid. Gonna pick up maybe the second, but the shots are shaky. And Jaden with 8 and 3. Fantastic start from him. Jaden and Brown both dominating in the slaying department here to begin with. As Garlises picks up another. Garlides with 2, using the wide angles to perfection. We've seen him as this AR player before, popping off for YBB. One of the slower, wider laned players who can do so much damage for your side if you can get them into those positions to do the damage. Tacos and Charlie now combining for more. YBB holding from the front. National have the P4 spawns, but for how long? Not the real RJ. Whiffy shots, but he picks up 1. The trade's in. It's Garlides on the point. And YBB now back in the lead. Charlie with another 2. And it took YBB a little bit to get going in this map, but it looks like now they are starting to get a bit fired up here. But Brown on another killing spree of 5. He seems to love this map. An AR in hand, but not... Well, actually, I would say an AR in hand, a one-man band. Completely popping off for his side. He picks up the sub to try and go in for the slay. He can't get it. As Charlie and Garlises hold the point from the front. We're seeing a lot more teams do that now, and because of that, they get the spawns. But Matt around the back, will he get some good timing? He absolutely will. He makes a count for 1, and he waits. Biding his time. National being slow on this break, which is what they needed on this one. Reading what this game needed perfectly. To get through and to break through onto this point. But not for long. As Garlides once again getting in from front, holding from front. And the spawns in the favor of YBB once again. I'm actually not sure if they fully lost them. They kind of started getting splits, I believe. Sort of a piano, sort of fireside spawn. But YBB... I mean, when you think about it, they've been utterly dominant in these last 2 points. When we went on to P3, National was up 51, I believe, to 20. Now 67 to 120. And YBB have not had spawns for all these times. They've had to break from the point, or had to break from the front onto points. They've had to break into hills. They've had to work on holding hills. And they've managed to do all three of those things to garner themselves this lead and get some momentum in this series. National are a team that have proven when it comes to moments when they need a strong minute or two, they can turn up to no end and absolutely pop off. But YBB, there is a level of consistency about them where you know that your output is going to at least be all the time 70% of what you want, 80% of what you want, whereas National, they'll have a moment. They'll have a part of a game in any game where it's 110% and they turn on the burners, but then it quickly drops to 40 or 50. Is everyone on Ireland servers? A chat coming in. Thank you very much for the first time chat as well. Appreciate you here. There are no Irish servers really, which is a point of contention. People believe there is a Dublin server, but people believe that is only a through server to the actual server, which is London. From as far as I'm aware, the Dublin server was supposed to be a main server at some point, but it has never turned out to be. So I believe all Irish players, in terms of the raw connection, it'll normally go to London. However, don't quote me on that. I don't think anyone really knows. It's all guessing at the end of the day. But there is a Dublin server of sorts that connections go through. But ladies and gentlemen, 85 to 148, National trying to rack it back a crucial P2. I was about to say P4, but it's not. It's P2. Crucial P2 for them, 94 to 148. They need to hold on, but Garlides, he's been a part of so many breaking opportunities, and for sort of a long-distance AR player, has been doing a great job of actually getting in on time. 1 minute 11, actually the most time on his team so far. Got to commend that performance. 50 points in the difference now, but YBB get on and continue to extend this lead, and if they're able to hold on to the rest of this point, they'll be 1 full point ahead at a crucial moment in this game. YBB have just about reached that threshold where any more of a semi-clean hold could leave them in a position where National are spending too long, or it'll be too much for National to try and chase. But National have come back from the depths of defeat on hardpoint before. That first hardpoint finished 250 to 238, where National were behind the majority of the time. And they narrowly pulled it back. Then on the search and destroy that they lost 6-4, where they got like about 4 rounds in a row, completely shook things up. But this lead is very strong for YBB, and National will have no choice but to chain a good 2 hills together. They've got to hold this one clean, and they've got to make sure to rotate well and hold well. And so far, it's not looking like that's going to happen. It's a 3 down now for National, and they're completely off the spawn. They're going to be funneled down into 1 point, and YBB could get themselves just under the 200-point threshold here. And what was a game that was neck and neck that could have gone either way, all of a sudden is one where there could be a near 100-point deficit, but Det Boyle does not want that to happen. A player who absolutely popped off in map number 1, I believe with nearly a 40 bomb, hasn't been able to get off the blocks here in this one. It has been Brown who's been popping off consistently on 5 or 6 streaks, and actually not too far off that Hellstorm, which could be huge for a side. So those kills are massive. Can he stay alive? He is 1 shot and he's taken out. YBB with a huge kill. They also break through the front, and ladies and gentlemen, you may have just seen the moment that put the nail in the coffin here for this National side in this series. That was huge. If they stayed alive in the back there, if they had gotten the streaks, then maybe there was a chance to turn it around. There was a chance to make that P1 a scrappy one and regain for a third P2. But that is not looking like it'll become a reality here. Even if they hold on to the rest of this hill, could this be too much of a lead to pull back? And we have seen YBB break through the front of this one before. Charlie being able to do so with that sub, who's 32 and 19, by the way. No slouch, popping off. Meanwhile, every player except from him on the YBB side has over 1 minute in hill. This has been a solid team performance across the board for this side of young bubbly boyos, who now look poised to come away with the win 3-1 in what has been an immaculate series to watch, as National have put up a great fight from time to time. All good things must come to an end, and it's not over yet, but it's getting close to being over. But they've just bought themselves a lifeline. A 3 down, they're on the point, it's being contested. This wave of kills matters big time, though that nade will have hurt a lot of people as Det Boyle goes for the push. He is going to pick up 1. A National on to hold this scrap, but getting overzealous with the peak means Charlie can pick up 2, get the 3rd. And YBB could get onto this point, but Brown is holding them off, which is exactly what he needs to do. He needs to get on for the contest. There's no way he can let any more time rack up for the side of YBB, holding on to every single second they can. But YBB now on this point are going to get the scrap and look like they're going to be left on it, meaning it's going to be 164 to 2-2-3 because they actually get taken off that last 10 seconds. And now, National, they need to hold on. YBB, they don't have the spawns, but we've seen them break from front before. Garlides picking up a big one. Garlides is actually on the point. He has picked up a huge 2. Don't let him do it. He doesn't. Brown gets the kill. Not the real RJ was on a streak there before he got taken out. 12 and 29, even though his side have been playing really well. He has really fallen behind here to the gunny of National, and he has been made weak here, but picking up a big kill. It's Det Boyle on the point. Can he stay up? He can't. This is stagger time for National, which is not what they need, as Tacos now goes huge to pick up the point. And Nationals needed this point to be clean, and it's not gonna be. And the spawns now flipped. National are chasing. The kills aren't coming in. Garlides popping off with 2 on a 3 streak. 36 kills on nearly 2 minutes in the point. He has popped off this game. Sub or AR in hand. It doesn't matter. He slays, and YBB sailed through with the victory. 176 to 250 to take the series 3-1. What a performance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a truly top-tier series that could have gone anywhere at any point, but ultimately it went the way of YBB. And let's congratulate these guys. We'll congratulate them in the chat. So in the chat that we have for the game. Massive congratulations to the side of YBB, and commiserations to the side of National, to put up a hell of a fight. Had it close each and every way, even when it shouldn't have been. But YBB locked in, they found that consistency, and they got the job done. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolutely phenomenal game to cover. A phenomenal day of Call of Duty as Season 2 of the COD Ireland League gets underway with its first set of broadcasts. COD Ireland truly is back and better than ever. And folks, the action, it may be done for today. It's not done for the week, because we're back tomorrow. Folks, we are back tomorrow, the exact same times. We're trying to find games. We have slots open for games. If you're watching as teams, you're looking to schedule games, the slots are still there to be filled. We have 7:30, 9 o'clock, and 10:30 tomorrow to be filled for slots for games in the COD Ireland League. So if your team is in and wants to get a game scheduled for those times to feature on this broadcast, where you could have over 50, over 60, sometimes maybe even over 100 people watch you absolutely tear down your opposition, then do make sure to let us know in the Discord. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for tuning into the stream as well. If you enjoyed, please do make sure to follow. We've had so many follows come through today. We've had Milkman and Adam come through, and Mr. Biscuits Gaming as well. Veeb has come in, Jane Rico, we've already read a couple of those, but over 720 followers now, which is huge. Over 50 of you watching here. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to show even more support, you can subscribe. If you want to subscribe, it would help us out massively. You also can subscribe with Amazon Prime if you want to do so to help support COD Ireland. It will directly support the leagues, tournaments, and LANs, of which are coming. We have a Dublin Showcase LAN taking place on March 15th in Dublin Comic Con in the Convention Centre. If you look up Dublin Comic Con online, you will find the website to where you can find tickets to go to that for the Saturday. We will be there for the Saturday only to run a showcase LAN where you get to meet us, a couple of the team, see this LAN, and see how we plan to run things going forward into future LANs throughout the year. And also, while you're there, who will be joining us is none other than Emerald Corp, who you can see, albeit very blurred out there. And Emerald Corp have made for you what you can see here is the COD Ireland official esports jersey, which is $48.95 if you want to pick it up from the Emerald Corp website. Emerald Corp also on Twitter if you want to find them there. I believe it's emeraldcorp.gg if you want to pick up a COD Ireland shirt, if you want to show support. They're not going to be around for too long, and it's our first ever piece of merchandise, so if you want to be written into the legendary legacy of COD Ireland history, then do please pick up one. And folks, the prices really aren't that bad. No one's really making that much out of them. They're being made for the love of the community, to bring love to COD, to bring love to Ireland in COD. So if you want check it out, please do. And folks, I'm seeing you in the chat as well. Big up County Tyrone as well. Do the broadcasters see this? We do. But folks, I say we, like it's not just me, but we're also on a minute delay here, so we'll react to things pretty late. And normally for these types of broadcasts, they don't normally react to the community, but I want to give back to the community. These are community streams. This is for Ireland. I want to talk to you guys, so react where we can. GG YBB, but the constant stop start was a load of balls. So to check out, CDL rules is to play on at. Look, absolutely. CDL rules is to play on, but it is a point of massive contention, and it's something we were briefly talking about within the admin team. And we think what we're going to do with that situation now is to actually not play on, but to actually allow the restart, because I know a lot of people are also unhappy about that in the CDL. And again, while we tend to follow CDL rules where we can, we also want to follow rules that are fair, because right in the CDL no one's ever going to intentionally lag out, right? If you want to go for protections, right, however it may be, no one's going to intentionally lag out. There's not as many variables to cause a lag out within CDL proceedings, whereas when you're playing at home in something like COD Ireland League, things like that are more malleable, so it's best to set them up in a way where it can be best reset for a smaller league such as ours. That's at least my 2 cents in it. Of course, I'm only one piece of the puzzle. We have an admin team who deals with this type of stuff. I'm sure it'll be a debate that we have, but appreciate you coming in, voicing that. The stop start definitely was a pain. It absolutely is a pain. Completely understand that. Believe me, I agree. We had a fantastic series here. Last thing you want to see is stop start, but it happens. I think we have dealt with it the right way, but of course the team will talk about that, and a decision will be made on that. It's unfortunate that for the first broadcast back in season 2, you get one of the most contentious issues that's in the CDL happening in game 2, but what can you do? I'm glad to be part of this, Big Beast. Thank you very much for coming along, and also saying that you want to be a caster as well. And that actually reminds me, fella, if I can't find you here, I can actually give you the casting role right now if I haven't already. If I just go into the general chat of the COD Ireland Discord, I'm just doing this on stream because I will keep forgetting otherwise, because when I say I have a million things on, I'm not exaggerating. COD Ireland really has me just doing a million things at the moment. It is crazy. I'm so grateful for it, but it is stringing me along. Big Beast, you are now a caster in the COD Ireland chat. We don't have many of them at the moment, so it hasn't been very active, but if you make sure to just go to the caster and say you're available to cast games where you can, you should get pinged anytime someone adds a caster in the COD Ireland chat. So there you go, pal. Thank you very much. And folks, I'll let you keep debating on that point. Ultimately, we do normally follow the CDL rules, but it is ultimately up to us as well, and we do communicate those things. We've done what was best for the series. We believe in that regard. Both teams were fine with it, and we're very certain that in pushing forward, we're going to start that change, because again, another point that I will make is that the CDL most likely continues to play on for broadcasting reasons rather than competitive integrity reasons, because it is more competitively integral to play the restart as if the game never restarted to begin with, in order to set up the right side. If you're talking about competitive integrity, that is the way it should be set up. But of course, the CDL is a piece of broadcasting, so they don't want to have to orchestrate more restarts within their game. So there is that to be considered as well. And folks, COD Ireland does have its own league. We're running our own league here, run by me, Zepcast. You may have seen my face some places like the WXC, CCL, and other casting areas. I also do a bit of casting for Rocket League Ireland as well. But yes, we've set this up. It's our own league. We're running COD Ireland is running this league. We're going to be running tournaments here, there, and everywhere, including in Warzone. And we also have a couple of in-person LANs on the way. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Folks, I've got something else to be at here. So we're running way over time. We're going to end it here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching, and make sure to stay tuned tomorrow at the same time, starting around 7 to half 7 p.m, where we'll be back with more games of the COD Ireland League. Until then, take care. See you soon.